I hate waking up in an unfamiliar place. I've slept in pretty much the same bed for the past 15 years, so when I wake up someplace new, it really throws me off. When I wake up tied to a metal folding chair in the center of an abandoned warehouse that reeks of stale cigarette smoke, diesel fuel, and axle grease, well, that really starts my night on a sparkling note. My mood deteriorated further when I heard a voice behind me say, "It's about time you woke up, bloodsucker." Why do people have to be rude? It's a condition, like freckles. I'm a vampire. Deal with it. We can do without the slurs, thank you very much. Go easy on the bloodsucker, pal. I haven't had breakfast, was what I tried to say. But since my mouth was duct taped shut, I sounded more like a retarded muppet than a fearsome creature of the night. My repartee needed work if I hoped to talk my way out of this. Of course, if my mysterious captor had wanted me dead, he'd had all day to make that happen. Instead, I woke up tied to a standard metal folding chair, the kind that gets sacrificed in countless professional wrestling matches. I tested my bonds. I was tied tight, and whatever he had me bound with burned, making him devout and the binding blessed. Or the bonds were silver. My money was on silver. The true believers are more the stake them in the coffins types than the kidnap them and tie them to chairs types. Shut up, bloodsucker. You, as the one tied to the chair with silver chains, get to sit there and do whatever I say. My captor moved around in front, where I could get a good look at him. I knew him, of course. It's never the new guy in town who ties you to a chair. It's always that creepy guy who you've seen lurking around the cemetery for a couple weeks in mid-October. The one that you can't decide if he's there to mourn or for some other reason. And of course, it's always some other reason. I'd seen this guy hanging around one of the big oak trees in my cemetery for a couple of weeks, near the freshest grave in the joint. I never paid much attention to his wardrobe until now, figuring it was close to Halloween, so he was just a goth kid getting a jump on the competition. But in retrospect, I realized I should have. He wore almost stereotypical vampire hunter garb. Black jeans, black boots, long black coat, wide-brimmed black hat. Christ, I bet he owned the Van Helsing Blu-ray. I swore then that if I ever got the chance, I was eating Hugh Jackman's liver. No, we don't usually eat people, but liver's a good source of blood, and I was pissed. I'd been caught and trussed up like a Thanksgiving turkey by a skinny teen who watched too many bad vampire movies. This kid was white, about 16, with mousy brown hair, and he looked like he played too much Call of Duty instead of getting a job. His skin was paler than mine, for crying out loud, and I'm dead. His clothes hung loose, like scarecrow garb, on his scrawny frame, and he either had an asthma inhaler in his front pocket or was happy to see me. God, I hoped it was an inhaler.